Let's see what comes up today. Got my new helping by showing everybody how big you are.
Not this, but talking. I'm not just a hot vibe, an object.
Good morning. Do 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 do. Lavanta. Do 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 do. Add another creator to co-host and make new friends. Interesting idea. Hello, good morning. Hello. Today's live coaching session, you are welcome to ask me any questions that you have about any areas of your life where you are feeling stuck. I help you guys out with emotional intelligence. Improving your emotional intelligence allows you to retain control over your emotions, which is a fantastic skill to have, because it means that when somebody says something that you take offense to, you don't need to allow your whole day to go sideways, or when somebody cuts you off in traffic, or when some other little thing goes wrong. Sometimes we have a habit of when something small goes wrong in our day, we can let it throw us off the whole of the rest of the day. Hello, Jason. Good morning. Hello, Bizarreel. Good morning. So that's what emotional intelligence can do for you. Please feel free to put any questions that you may have in the chat, or any topics that you would like me to cover in the chat. In the meantime, I will just be talking. So I created my video this morning over on my Instagram, which is Eleanor_Mayoreles. Oh, Jason, tell me. Let's get into it. Jason requires daily coaching. Hello, Antoine. Good morning. Do you know, Antoine, I was at my laptop yesterday and I almost looked up about the balloon breathing exercise, but then I had to do some work and I forgot. Hello, Maddie. Good morning. Megan just joined our group. The invite didn't work when I sent it to her, but she joined later on last night. So she's in the WhatsApp group now. Also, Maddie, I'm so excited that I saw that you do astrology. I freaking love astrology. I've been trying to learn more about it. I've recently learned my moon and rising signs. So I'm going to be checking back on your page every day for my astrology updates. I'm so excited because I have loads of people that I follow for astrology, but I don't know any of them. So I'm excited that now I know somebody that does astrology. It's going to be great. Which means you guys are probably going to hear me talk about astrology on here more often. Jason, about school and waiting on employment answers. Alrighty, well, you can give me some more details, but I do know a little bit about your situation, and I do know, or I think I know, that you only applied like 2 days ago, right? Hang on, right, Maddie, let me screenshot this so I can come follow you later. Follow our podcast page on TikTok. Oh, you're on TikTok too. Amazing. Daily posts on Two Girls Talk transits. Fantastic. I am there. So what I do is I live my life, right, following my intuition. Okay. And a lot of people ask, how can you follow your intuition and follow astrology? But the two are like inextricably linked. So if you follow your intuition is naturally going to present opportunities or ideas to you that will fall in line with whatever the planets are doing. Because whatever the planets are doing, it's like a map, right? So for example, if it's a good time for manifesting, which Sorry, I got two dogs trying to both sit on my lap. So yesterday was a new moon, I believe, Maddie. I saw your video. Yesterday was a new moon and I could feel something. I could feel something in the air. So that's actually why I went on Instagram in the first place, looking for astrology. I was like, there's got to be something happening with the moon today. What is it? And that's when I found your page, Maddie. And I discovered that it was a new moon. And so new moons are great for setting intentions. And so how that ties in with following your intuition is that it's a great day for you to work on things that you want to bring into fruition, right? That you want to bring into your life. So Jason, for example, you are looking for a job at the moment. I believe you have a deadline that you need to find a job by. So yesterday and today, you're not too late. Maddie said, this morning's also fine. You can set your intention about what you want and then work with your intuition on fulfilling that. So astrology kind of provides a framework and a map for how to follow your intuition and the best times to do certain things. And your intuition already knows about all of this because your intuition can feel the pulls of the energy from the planets. And so it's all interconnected, it all works together. Yes, Maddie is confirming. Great day today as well for setting intentions, everybody. New moon in, what's the new moon in? There was something about Jupiter, I remember, because Jupiter is the giving planet, right? So Jupiter was somewhere cool. See, this is, now you can see the extent of my astrology knowledge. There's stuff that happens. I don't know what it is, but it happens and it's great. Jason, they both said they'll have answers this week, but I'm worried about everything up in the air and school. Oh, Jason, this is an excellent opportunity for you. Okay, this is an excellent opportunity for you. And presumably this is why you were a little bit cranky yesterday. This was actually the theme of my Instagram coaching video this morning, because I know I didn't really get to answer your question yesterday. But everything's up in the air, Jason. How exciting. By the end of this week, you're going to have answers. By the end of this week, you know which job you're going to be doing. Hopefully both of the jobs that you applied for you actually like, you felt inspired to apply for. Hopefully you took my advice and applied for things that felt good. So hopefully whichever job it is going to be good, and you're just hoping for a yes from one of them. I don't know what's happening. I'm guessing hopefully it's that. So you have got, Wednesday? You've got 3 more days of uncertainty. What a fantastic time to practice letting go of the outcome. And for this, I would like you to take a lesson from everything that you know happened to me recently, right, Jason? So I had my whole money situation going on. I quit my old job. I didn't have any income coming in, and everything was up in the air. Everything was uncertain. I didn't know what would happen. I had faith that I was doing the right thing and that everything would be okay, but I didn't know what was going to happen. And I knew that money had to come in from somewhere, because I had bills to pay and I was doing the right thing. So I knew that the universe would provide for me, but I didn't know where the money was going to come from. So I was looking at it all, ow, the dog, oh, okay, we're 1 dog down. And so I was looking at the whole thing like a big adventure, like how exciting, money's going to be coming to me from somewhere and I don't yet know where. Because most people, like, we know where our money's going to come from, right? Like, you have a job, you get paid the same amount every month, or you know roughly what you're going to get paid every week, month, whatever it is. Like, that's not exciting. Like, it's fine, you're doing the job that you love, but it's not exciting. Not knowing, that's exciting. So by next week, Jason, you're probably going to have a new job lined up. How exciting. Like, can you try and get into the excitement of it? You don't know what it is yet, but you know you're going to know soon. Can you try and get into the not knowing is the worst? All righty, Jason. Okay, let's take a step back. Not knowing is not the worst. You're just telling yourself that it is. You're telling yourself that not knowing is the worst. I think of the worst case scenario if they both say no. Right, so stop doing that, because that's what's making it the worst. And it's literally what's making it the worst. You are literally grabbing this situation that could be exciting and you are saying, here, this situation is awful. Look how awful it is. You're making it awful, Jason. It's exciting. It's really cool. Your life's about to change. Your life's about to change. And if you applied for jobs that you're excited about, then your life's about to change in a really great way. And the thing is, Jason, come Friday, the company will give you their answers, right? The companies will give you their answers on Friday, okay? You, in your house right now on Wednesday, have absolutely no idea what the answer's going to be. So you tell me, Jason, what is the point in you stressing out about it? What if it doesn't? What if they don't give you the job? What if it's the worst case scenario? What if nowhere gives you the job, right? What if? What if? Do you know what if? It means those jobs weren't for you, Jason. It means if you had taken those jobs, you would have been bored, you would have been stuck, you would have been kept small. If those jobs don't want you, then those were not the right jobs for you. And then you get another opportunity to apply for some other jobs that are good for you. Because when the right job for you comes and you feel it, when you feel it on your insides, you will know, Jason. And you will know that it was worth waiting for. And you will know that it was worth going through this period of uncertainty for, because it will be the dream job. That's how you'll know. It will be the dream job. Okay? It's coming. It's coming to you. All you've got to do is wait for it. Take steps in the right direction, obviously, applying for jobs, and then wait. It's not the worst, Jason. It's not the worst. It's exciting. The best job for you is on its way to you. Also, random tip that I picked up from an Instagram video, and I'm going to need to check what the website is because I can't remember off the top of my head. But there's a website where you can go and put your resume into it, and it will score your resume. And apparently this is how companies, particularly in the US, this is how companies go through resumes. They don't even read them anymore. They just plug them into a website, and then the website gives the resume a score. So, Jason, if you want me to, afterwards I will, because I took a screenshot, but if I come out of my live now, I'd lose my live. So if you want me to tell you what that website is, let me know, I'll send it to you. I used to do recruitment, so I used to do CVs for a living. So I know how to do CVs. And this website looked like a really cool tool, because a good resume is going to help you get the job you want, right? It's going to help you. That said, the right job for you, it's on its way to you, Jason. All you need to do is wait for it. All you need to do is wait for it and be emotionally intelligent enough to understand that it's coming to you and not sat there stressing out. Because if you sit there stressing out, what are you doing? You're putting out bad vibrations. You're putting out bad energy. And the universe is going to say, hey, you're giving me bad energy. All right, I'll give you some more of that. So let's try and replace the nerves, the anxiety with excitement. Okay, use your words, use your language, change your language. I don't know which job I'm going to get yet, but I know it's going to be the right job for me. I'm waiting to find out which amazing job I'm going to get. All right? Language. Say the language that you want to bring the stuff to you. And then wait. Enjoy the wait. It's really cool not having a job. Like enjoy your last few days or weeks of not having a job, because that's fun. Wake up late. Thanks for all the likes, Maddie. I really appreciate that. That really helps me when it comes to getting my face out there in front of other people, because as you guys know, I do this every day. I do it completely just complimentary of giving my time in order to help people. That's what I'm here for. That's what I love doing. That is my soul's purpose on this earth. And by you guys double tapping the screen, you really help me rise up in the TikTok rankings so that they actually show me to people. They show me to people that I can help. So by tapping that screen, you're not just helping me, you're helping other people as well. So you are appreciated. Daniel Cavallo, do you speak Portuguese? Sim, eu falo português. Eu falo pouco, mais ou menos. Someone told me 2K likes gets you on the FYP, so that was, really? Oh, I didn't know that. Okay. Excellent, because I usually do give myself likes. But I didn't know there was a goal. Okay, so 2K is the goal. Fantastic. Daniel, você mora onde? Eu moro no Goiás. Goiás, Porto da Brasília. Vous parlez en français, coaching pour balloon breathing exercise. Antoine, eu não parlei français. Oh, that's Portuguese. See, I can't speak French because I just end up speaking Portuguese by accident. Who is that keeps saying balloon breathing? It's our friend Antoine, Jason. He pops on here every day now. He was actually on my live for the longest time yesterday. I did a 47-minute live. Antoine was here for 45 minutes and you were only here for 40, Jason. So I used to mute him, but... Maddie knows what it is. Maddie! No. I only don't help him because I don't know what it is. Like, I used to mute him, but now I just leave him there because I feel a bit bad. And I actually keep meaning to look up what it is after my TikTok live, but I never do. Antoine! Okay, let me pin this. Pin. Antoine, we have an answer. Maddie knows what it is. Breathe in slowly. As you breathe, raise your arms above your head. Then exhale and lower. Right, everybody, let's do this. Okay. Was that right? Antoine? The balloon breathing exercise. To be honest, I'm a little bit shocked it was even a thing. I was starting to think he was just taking the piss. It's a real thing. Antoine, I'm so happy. I'm so happy you kept asking. Look, guys, this is actually a real good lesson in determination, right? Every day, Antoine is here, every day asking me about this exercise for weeks. And every time I'm like, I'm sorry, dude, I have no idea what this is. I'm sorry. Like, at some point I got annoyed with it. At other points I felt a bit bad for him. At other points I was just ignoring it. But he was determined. He knew that if he just hung out here for long enough, repeatedly writing the same question, he would get an answer. And he got an answer. There's like me and Universal. I know if I just keep talking about that shit, it's gonna happen. Hello, Tonton Henny. Have you been here before, or is this a common sentence from French people? Somebody said that to me the other day, but I don't think it was quite your name. What does your tattoo mean? What, this one? It doesn't mean anything. It's an upside down shooting heart. I got it in Virginia Beach. What was I going to say? Lesson in determination. Universal. Right. Universal. Okay, so I haven't actually spoken about Universal for a while because there hasn't been a lot of movement on it. I still haven't found an investor. I don't care. I'm still going ahead with it. But something exciting has happened because you have heard me talking about moving to the beach in July. And I've been talking about it in a very abstract way. Like, oh, I'm moving to the beach in July and not really doing anything, right? I'm following my intuition. My intuition is not really having me doing anything about moving to the beach. So I keep talking about it. I'm moving to the beach, but who knows? Yesterday, I I don't know if it was just in my head, but I brought it up to my husband. I was like, so are we doing this? Because like, shall we like go do some stuff that we need to do to make this happen? And he was like, yeah, we're doing it. So we went and did some stuff to start making it happen. Just simple steps. So I'd like to talk about this a little bit because I think it's helpful. So when you want to do something new, something big, something that you have no idea how you can possibly pull off, right? You have a big dream and it seems really, really far away. Like Universal, right? So Universal is a retreat that I'm building in Bahia, Brazil. I need to buy land. Well, first I need to get money, right? I need to get money. Then I need to buy land. Then I need to build the retreat. Then I need to get people to the retreat. And then I have my retreat, right? So there's some really big things there, and there's like a lot of really little things that I have to do along the way. Like just one example of this is it's an island. It's an island. You can't drive to it. So in my head, I'm like, how do I, like, if I order beds, like how do I get the beds into the hotel because the delivery driver can't bring them? I don't know the answer to this question. I think you have to get a horse and cart to pull them. But like this is just one of the things, right, that's going on in my brain. Like if you can't drive there, how do I get the stuff there? How do I get like my own suitcases there? Whatever, right? It's a very big project, right? There's a lot that needs to happen. I need to find investors to give me hundreds of thousands of dollars. I need $380,000 for starters. I need to buy the land. How do I buy land in Brazil? I don't speak Portuguese well enough. Ha ha ha. That's a little limiting story I like to tell myself. How do I do this, right? I have no idea. However, what I do know is that my intuition wants me to do this, right? And so even though it's a huge project, I have no idea how to do it, it's scary, I have these limiting beliefs around speaking Portuguese and being good enough and whatever. However, I'm still doing it. And what I'm doing is I'm taking small steps in the right direction. Because if you keep taking tiny little small steps in the right direction, eventually you have to get there, okay? And so I don't know what the overall plan is. I don't know every single step of the way. But what I do know is that I need to start selling my belongings, right? Because I can't take them. So I gotta put stuff on Facebook Marketplace or whatever. And that is a small step that I can do right now, right? Like this table. This table, for example. Table needs to go on Facebook Marketplace. I can do that now. My husband needs to sort out his driving license because it expired 3 years ago. And he can't get a new one there. So we made an appointment. Yesterday we made an appointment to sort out my husband's driving license. It's been expired for 3 years. Right? I need a bank account. So today I'm going to apply for a bank account because if I'm going to get money from investors, I need somewhere for them to put it, right? So I'm taking small steps in the right direction. And I know that if I keep doing that, I'm going to get where I want to go. I don't know how long it's going to take. I don't know what obstacles are going to come up, but I don't care. I don't need to think about what obstacles are going to come up because I have no idea, right? It's exciting. Farid's ex, your girlfriend made you... What? Brazil is crazy. Is this a business plan? I don't have a business plan yet. I have a pitch deck. I'm following my intuition. This is a business. Yes, it is a business. It's a retreat. It's a place to go. It's like a high-end posada. Sorry, Farid, I'm assuming you're Brazilian. I'm assuming you're Brazilian because your name is Farid's ex. You might not be, so apologies if you're not. But yes, this is a business. I will be building a hotel, a retreat, a posada in Bahia. I don't know how yet, but I know that if I keep talking about it and I keep taking small steps, I will get there. Antoine, we did it. Balloon breathing. Breathe in, arms up. Breathe out, arms down. Do you ever miss the UK? Not really. So we were planning to go back to the UK in July. we were planning on using the proceeds from the sale of my property to do so. The sale fell through a couple of weeks ago. So even though I have my new role, which I think I actually will have enough money to fly back to the UK by July. However, my husband and I decided that we prefer to use that money to go towards Universal, to go towards moving to Caraïva. So if the universe sends me any additional money to fly back to the UK, then maybe we go. But yeah, I mean, probably not. So I'm missing it a little bit now, just knowing that I should be going in a couple of months and I'm not. However, I'm thinking maybe we can go back for Christmas. I love Christmas in the UK. So no, I don't really miss it. Not really. I miss my mum. I miss my sister. I miss my niece and nephew. Is this an Australian English? Farid, I'm English from England. However, I lived in Australia for 12 years. So you probably hear some Australian in my accent, maybe. Sorry, I'm just looking back here. Yes, Maddie has repeated her instructions, Antoine. Inhale, raise your arms. Exhale, lower arms. I'm not going to read your name out, the person that just commented, because I don't want to get age restricted. But thanks. You're not a convict. Stay in the UK. I don't know what that means. Oh, like Australia? I don't live in Australia anymore. I live in Brazil now. But it's not just convicts in Australia anymore. That was like hundreds of years ago. Now it's mainly just English people in my experience. Hey Veronica, welcome. Do you have a husband? Yes, he's over there. Listening, ready to jump in case anybody has any health and fitness questions. All right, so Antoine, we've given you your answer. Maddie has very kindly explained it to you. I have very kindly demonstrated it for you several times. So if you keep asking now, I am going to be muting you. Okay? You have your answer. Is everyone perfect now? Hello, Veronica. Yes, everybody is perfect. Everybody is perfect. Everybody is perfect the exact way they are supposed to be. So guys, give me a topic. Tell me something to talk about. Who needs some coaching? Or I'm just going to think of something random to talk about. I'm just going back through the comments to see if there's anything here that we can do some coaching on. Otherwise, I'm making up some random stuff. Alrighty, so let's talk about my Instagram video this morning. My coaching video was about what to do when you wake up in a bad mood. Jason, this was for you yesterday. So sometimes we wake up in a bad mood, right? Like maybe you had a dream or whatever and you're just not feeling good. Something that you can do to alleviate a bad grumpy mood is to go outside. To go outside. It's very simple. So sometimes you can feel your feelings, right? You can feel the bad mood, but sometimes that's not enough to shift it, right? Sometimes it's just it's not something particular that you're annoyed about or triggered. It's just I'm just in a bad mood today, right? It happens. Go outside into nature. Take off your shoes. Take off your shoes and immerse your feet either in the ground or in the water if possible. And what this does is that the earth is constantly vibrating at 783 hertz, right? The earth is constantly at this frequency, giving off these vibrations. Now, 7 to 8 hertz, 7.83, sorry, the earth, 7.83. Now, when you meditate, a deep meditation will take your brainwaves to between 7 and 8 hertz. Right? When you're in meditation. So when you're in meditation is when you're very calm, okay? You're very calm, you're not stressed out about what's going on outside of you. You're just breathing, you're present, you're calm. So if you go and get your feet into the ground, you can calibrate at the Earth's frequency of 7.83 hertz, and it will allow your brain waves to slow to between 7 and 8 hertz, and it literally calms you. It calms you. And you can fast track the results by hugging a tree. That's where that phrase came from. You don't actually need to hug the tree. I just usually sit with my back against the tree. You can hug it if you want to. Or getting into water, getting into like natural water. So we spent our weekend at the waterfall, swimming in the river, walking on the little pebble beach there. And it works for the kids too. When the kids are crazy, get them outside. Get them outside. No shoes on, because if you have rubber soles, it absorbs the vibration. So if you've got rubber soles on your feet, you won't get the vibration. You're going to take your shoes off. Right, Veronica has another topic. Talk about spending money. Yesterday I bought flight tickets, and by this time I feel comfortable spending money on me. Excellent. But I remembered when it was difficult to spend money, especially on me. Yes, well, lots of people have this problem, right? So, spending money. I have never had any problem spending money on myself, but I know that lots of people do. Actually, my husband is one. He has real problems spending money on himself. And things are coming to me, actually. So, I've never had any problem with that. And I don't think I have a self-worth problem. People that find it difficult to spend money on themselves often have a self-worth problem. They don't feel like they are worthy of having that money spent on them. So wherever this came from, and this is what just came to me, because when my husband grew up, his parents, they're very closely affiliated with the church of Spiritism. It's not called a church, House of Spiritism. His father worked very high up in the House of Spiritism, and they used to spend their weekends doing good deeds for charity. So they used to go knocking on people's doors, asking for donations to give to the poor and needy. My husband's parents often donated large sums of money to people that were in need, whether it was individual causes, giving money directly to people that needed it, or helping the church, or helping people through the church, whatever it was. They donated and gave a lot of money to charity. However, his parents didn't like to spend money on their kids, so they didn't like to give money to him. They didn't like to buy them the newest things. So when he was growing up, he always felt like his friends would have he was telling me the other day about when his friends all got rollerblades, and he and his brother didn't get them because his parents wouldn't buy them for him. He said they used to borrow them off somebody and borrow one skate at a time and link arms and try and skate with one skate on each, bless. So he grew up thinking that you need to give money to people, you need to give your money to worthy causes, and if anybody ever comes up to my husband in the street asking for money, which happens a lot here in Brazil, my husband will willingly give anything he has. Even if he doesn't have money in his bank account, but he's got R2 in his pocket, he will give it to the needy person, because he was brought up to think that others are more worthy of money than him. Because that's what his parents taught him. His parents taught him, give first, think of yourself last. And so now when we go shopping, I'm like, babe, you need some new underwear, or some new socks or whatever it is. And he's like, no, I don't need this. Get this for the kids first, right? So he has a self-worth problem. Entendi tudo, que legal. So he has this problem with spending money on himself, and it's because of the way he was brought up, because he had very charitable parents who were not charitable to their kids but were charitable to everybody else. So when people have a problem spending money on themselves, there's often something like this that happened that created that story in your mind, that story about you not being worth spending money on. And you probably have a hard time accepting money from other people. You potentially have a hard time accepting gifts from people, or even compliments. When you get a story like this in your head, it can take over your whole life. and you can constantly put yourself at a disadvantage because you're unwilling to accept help from other people because you don't feel worthy of it. Like in my husband's case, he would think to himself, there are people worse off than me. I'm not worthy because there are people worse off than me. Go give it to them, right? And he will divert things away from him because of this story that he's been telling himself his whole life about not being worthy. So as always, there are two ways to approach it. Firstly, you can go digging back through your childhood and try and figure out what the trigger was, what caused this, what caused these feelings of unworthiness, and then you can let it go, or you can just choose to let it go. You've already brought your awareness to it, you know you're doing that, you can decide to stop. As I always say, I find it helpful to dig through my childhood to figure it out. And if you want to do that, cadê as legendas? Eu acho que é TikTok Live, não tem legendas. Não tenho. E eu não tenho muitas palavras para explicar tudo isso. Eu preciso falar em inglês. Desculpe. So yeah, I like to go digging through my childhood to find the reason why, because I find it easier to let go kind of when I know why it's happening. So so the best way to do that is to ask yourself the question. Ask yourself the question, why do I not feel worthy? And you'll probably get a bit of a feeling in your body, like when you say that to yourself. If it's true, like if you're onto something, if you really don't feel worthy, you can phrase it like this: I'm willing to admit that I do not feel worthy of accepting money. Right, that's kind of a test to see if it's your self-worth. Is my self-worth a problem? Say this: I'm willing to admit that I do not feel worthy of accepting money. If when you say that, you get feelings inside of your body, you get feelings moving upwards, it's a yes, right? That is true. You do have a problem with feeling worthy. Okay, so now you know you've got the problem. Okay, where did it come from? Then you ask yourself, where did my feelings of unworthiness come from? Now, you may not get anything. Okay, you may not get anything, and that might be because it wasn't from a singular thing. You may see a vision in your head of where this came from, and like most of the time you will see a vision in your head. However, most of the time you'll try and talk yourself out of it, right? You'll see the vision and then you'll be like, no, it wasn't that. That's unrelated, and then you'll try and think of something else. The first thing that pops into your head, the first vision that you get, that is the answer. That is the answer. You ask yourself a question, the first thing that you see, the first idea you get, that is the answer. That is why you feel unworthy. And if you're resistant to it, go look deeper. Try and put your judgments aside and be like, okay, just imagine this is somebody else. Imagine this is a client I'm digging around into. Imagine this is a friend I'm trying to figure it out for, so that you can remove the judgment and like the personal responsibility that comes along with it. And keep looking until you can see how that caused your self-worth problem, right? And then once you've put your finger on it, you can choose to change your reaction. So next time a situation comes up where somebody's trying to give you something, or where you're trying to spend money on yourself, that's when you choose to let it go, right? Become aware of your current behavior, your current patterns, and choose to change it. I love this question, Veronica. Excellent question. Has your husband never taken hormones? Medero, hello, welcome back. My husband has been taking hormones now. So he actually stopped for about a month. So he's been taking hormones for 3 weeks. This will be the 3rd week, I think. Before that, he didn't take anything for a month. And before that, he was taking hormones for, I think, like nine months. So for about a year, on and off, he has been taking hormones. However, he was super skinny when we lived in Australia, and he got really big. He got to, so he put on 20 kilos. I was about to ask. So he was 70 something then, I guess. He was about 70. He was 70 kilos. He went to 92. I think it was 92. He went to 92 natural, no hormones. Then we came to Brazil. It's really easy to get hormones here, so we started taking hormones. Because we were in the UK before. You can't get hormones in the UK. You can't get them in Australia. Or it's much harder to, because they're illegal, right? So he couldn't. But then when we came to Brazil, it's much easier. Your doctor will give them to you. So now he does. Eu sou caprichoso. Caprichoso. What's that?
It's hard to...
He can't translate it.
I'm thinking of the best way to explain.
You are very beautiful and intelligent. That's the truth. Thank you so much, Dr. K.
When you're like, it's fancy to do stuff, you know. You're gonna do a cake, you do really fancy, all the details.
Really fancy.
Yeah.
Oh, nice. Excellent. User 90391082884766. All right, guys. We're actually... oh, hang on, Jason. I missed this one. Jason, you probably get the cops called if you walked around in public with no shoes on. You don't need to go walking around in public. Like, go to a beach, go to a park. You want to get your feet into the ground, onto the ground. So, like, don't go to a shop with no shoes on. Also depends where you live, right? Because if you live at the beach, it's really normal. Whereas if you live in a city, not so normal. I really like walking around with no shoes on. I fit in really well in Australia because a lot of people don't wear shoes in Australia because everybody lives at the beach in Australia. When I was in Thailand, I lost my shoes on like day 2. I was backpacking. I only had one pair of flip-flops. I lost my shoes on like day 2, and for 2 months, I just didn't buy shoes. I had no shoes on for like 2 months. So it depends where you are, Jason. Are you familiar with Vitória? So that is a place in Brazil. It is the capital of Espírito Santo. I learned this yesterday. I was looking at a map yesterday of where we're moving in Bahia, and my husband randomly showed me where Vitória was. I don't know why he showed me that, but now you're asking, so that's pretty cool. Do you mean Vitória in Brazil? Somebody just asked, are you familiar with Vitória? I was like, that's really random because you just showed me where Vitória was yesterday. Só entendi a parte que você diz Brasil. Você não vale nada. Eu disse, eu vou moro no Bahia, Caraíva. Eu vou morar no Bahia, em Brasil. E uma outra pessoa pergunta para mim, você sabe Vitória Espírito Santo? E eu falei, sim, eu sei. In Brazil. Antoine has slightly adjusted his question now to teach me to inflate an inflatable breathing balloon. So we are no longer talking about this yoga breathing technique, and I'm terrible at blowing up balloons, so I don't have a good answer for you on that one either. Also, this is not really the session for asking. Right, any more coaching topics or areas or questions, guys? Otherwise, I'm going to shut down the live a couple of minutes early because I was supposed to do a call before my live and I didn't have time, so I'm going to see if I can squeeze it in now before lunch. 5.9k likes. Thank you, guys. I think that's the highest I've ever gotten. I'm just liking it myself here, see if I can get it up to 6k. I appreciate, there we go, 6k. I think that's the most likes ever. Thank you particularly to Maddie, who started us off with the first 2k. I don't know if she's still here. Righty. I'm not doing the balloon question. I'm not doing it. All right, so we're going to end here. Thank you as always, my lovely followers. I will see you again tomorrow. Come join my community. Link is in the bio. If any of you do have money problems, self-worth problems, and you need help with figuring out if self-worth is your problem and getting over that, join my community. You can DM me there, book in a one-on-one coaching session. I would happily be the mirror that you need to see what is holding you back. And if you are, if money is not coming into your experience, it could be because of self-worth. You could be repelling it by accident. So we can dig into that with you. Madero, but if he stops eating what he eats, he will lose everything. So, I mean, he won't lose everything, but yes, you do have to eat a certain amount of protein per day. I believe the calculation is you take your weight, your kilos, times it by 2 if you want to put on muscle, multiply it by 2. So if you're 70 kilos, you need to eat 140 grams of protein if you want to put on muscle. And yes, he has to keep that up every day. He notices a difference if he doesn't eat or he eats shit over the weekend. When he goes back to the gym, he will have lost a kilo or 2. So eating is super, super important if you're trying to build muscle, trying to build size. Do you want to say anything more about this? It's the same guy from yesterday.
Just about the steroids, because people think the steroids.
You have to come here and say it. He's just going to come and tell you little something before we start.
I didn't know what you were talking about.
It's the guy that said he's too skinny, and he's asking. So first he asked if you had taken hormones, and then he said if he stops eating what he eats, will he lose everything?
First of all, about hormones. If you don't work out, if you never was able to get in shape naturally, you're not ready for hormones, So I'm 36 now, almost 37, and I've been working out since I'm like 18. So I was always like getting shape and then stopping for any reason. And as my genetics is to be skinny, I would just go back. I would get in like 90 kilos and then go back to 70 and go back to 85 and go back to 70. And so it's a lifestyle, You don't gonna go to the gym and put some weights and that's it. You can stop and you can, it's a lifestyle. You have to keep doing this. And take steroids doesn't make any magic, You have to still working out every day harder than ever, and you're gonna have to keep eating right and always more and more. Of course, gonna get easier to eat more because you have more muscles. So, but yeah, I really like to say this because people always ask about the steroids as like a magic pill or a shortcut, and it's not. You're gonna have to keep doing right and even more than you were doing before, because when you're natural, you don't go to the gym, you eat shit, and that's it. If you're taking steroids and you don't go to the gym, you don't eat well, you have side effects of that. You need to be putting every day as hard as you can at the gym to your body, use that steroid to build muscles. If not, you're gonna have just side effects, So I don't know how old are you, but I don't think you're
quite young.
Yeah, I don't think you're ready for steroids. If you're still skinny, if you're not working out, you're not ready. You're really far away to be ready to take steroids,
So where should he start?
Going to the gym. Go to the gym, eat food, eat protein, eat carbs.
Lift weights. Go to the gym to lift weights.
And lift weights. Just lift weights. Like if you're young, you don't need to worry about like fancy stuff. Just do the basics, Just do the basics and eat. Just eat. Chicken, steak, fish, eggs, and rice, potatoes, pasta. It's basically this, bro. Eat and work out hard. All right?
And what he says about it's a lifestyle, like make it your lifestyle. So we go to the gym every day. We used to go for like an hour and a half. Now we go for like 2.5 to 3 hours every day. We've built that into our life, right? If somebody asks us to work at that time or to hang out at that time, we're like, no, that's our gym time. So, and we enjoy it, right? We go together. We found a way to enjoy it. So, like, get a friend that you enjoy going with, or your girlfriend, or whatever, like an accountability buddy, right? So that when you're not feeling like it, they can be like, no, we said we were going to go. Carve out a time, like whether you go 3 times a week or 5 times a week, or like however many times you plan on going. Create a plan that you're going to stick to it, make sure you go, get an accountability that makes sure you go, and build it into your lifestyle. And you'll notice, because you were talking about not being accepted in social groups as well, right? Create a social group for yourself at the gym. Like, make friends there. That's what we do. We use it as an opportunity to make friends there.
Man, the gym is the best place to make friends, you know.
Everybody wants to help.
A lot of people are open to help. A lot of people are open to share their experience. A lot of people are open to have a gym buddy to work out together, you know. So, like every week, I have 1, 2, 3 people coming and asking stuff to me, you know, and trying to befriend and stuff like that. Even her, like, that wasn't speaking Portuguese a while ago, she make friends, you know. She talk with girls, and it's a really good place. And you're doing something good for you, and you're changing your physique like you want. I heard yesterday that you're not happy because you're skinny, and I was like this. Even when I was with her, she would plan something to meet friends, to go to somewhere, and for me it would be like a torture, you know. I didn't want to go because I felt bad with myself, but I would go, even feeling bad with myself. That's what made me like change. If I just stay home and hide from everyone, I'm never gonna change, because I'm in that comfort zone. But I put myself there, going out, doing uncomfortable things that I was uncomfortable because I was skinny.
Sorry, that was my fault. I was trying to screenshot.
And I put my.
Oh my god, sorry.
I think she's jealous because I'm in her life, guys.
Because there's a lovely comment now. I'm going to do it top in the back instead, so you can keep talking. Keep talking. I'm not.
I can. That doesn't gonna work. I can do for her. It's better than she goes again.
Okay, we're not going to do
Forget,
it.
we're not gonna do
it.
So, I put myself out there, and that uncomfortable situation motivate me to go to the gym, you know. So I had a pair of dumbbells at home, and I was like, you know what, I'm gonna try to find something in the internet. And I found a really cheap station in the internet, and I start my gym at home, and I work out for months. I put like 5 or 7 kilos just working out at home, and work and eating a lot. And yeah, and then I went to the gym. I went to the gym still feeling skinny and uncomfortable, but I knew it was the only way. I had to pass through that to get what I wanted, you know. I wouldn't change my body just stay at home depressed and feeling bad for myself, you know. Like, we can't be a victim. That's the secret. You can't be a victim. If you feel like as a victim, you don't gonna do anything for yourself, you know. You're gonna be always waiting something help, something do something for you. And the gym is make exact this. You understand, not just at the gym but for life. You need to do for yourself.
So Jimmy just asked, is working out at home still good if you can't go to the gym?
Yes, especially like for me nowadays, no. But if you want to start a workout, or if you can't go to the gym, yeah, it's perfect.
Like, now he lifts like 200 kilos or whatever at a time. So working out at home, we had like the max was a 20 kilo plate. We had one 20 kilo plate. Like, it's not practical when you get to his size, because you just need to have too much weight.
Yeah, it doesn't
but when
work
you're
anymore, just
starting
reps.
out, or like females, like I doubt I would ever surpass the capabilities of an at-home station, because I'm not getting huge. So when you're starting out, or when you're slimmer, or you're not trying to get so big, you can just work out at home the whole time. That's fine.
And you know what? I use it to say this. If you can't do 100%, if you can do 20%, go there and do 100% of this 20%. If you can't go to the gym, do some push-ups at home, do some sit-ups at home, you know, like, I don't know,
do a workout video.
Yeah, like,
they have workout
do
videos on
something,
YouTube.
you know, like squat with your weight bar, you know, hold like a a bag of rice, you know, and squat with that.
When you get started, there's a lot you can do just with your own body weight, and there's a lot of teachers on YouTube that will show you exercises you can do just with your own body weight or with like things that you find around the home.
Yeah, bro, like calisthenics is the perfect example, you know. If you can't go to the gym, you can use your body weight. Like, it's not for me. I wanna get bigger and bigger, and you can't get you're gonna stop in like in that natural size, right? Doing calisthenics, because it's your body weight and you can't do much more than that when you get in a level, but you're gonna be in shape. You're gonna have a six pack, you're gonna have your muscles defined, you're gonna have shoulders, chest, you know. And if you are happy with that, perfect, you know. It's if you're skinny and happy, it's perfect as well. You don't need to go to the gym. It's what about it make you happy, you know. I'm happy as big as I can, so that's what I'm gonna do.
All right, guys, we are gonna have to go wake our kids up.
Good talk with you guys.
My husband is in the community, so you can join the community via the link in my bio. It's completely free to join. He makes coaching videos, health and fitness coaching videos, talking about this kind of stuff. You can also reach out and DM him there. I don't know if he'll see it because he's not very used to checking.
Go to my Instagram.
Or you can go to his Instagram, which is Hoita Meireles. Ruiter. I can't write in the comments.
I'm gonna put them.
Okay, he's going to join the live so that he can write his Instagram in the comments. So if you have more questions, you are welcome to reach out to him. He is a coach in this. He writes online programs for people. He has many clients that he creates programs for. He gets them to go take pictures of their gym or whatever they're using to work out, and then he writes like personalized, tailored programs for people. Or you can just ask him questions. He loves talking about this stuff.
Yes, I love.
He really loves it. He literally, so the whole time I've been talking to you guys on here, he's been watching bodybuilding videos over there. Okay, there we go. So let me pin that. Don't message him here on TikTok. He never uses TikTok.
No.
He will not see it. But that's his Instagram, so you can message him on Instagram. I'm going to have one more bash at screenshotting this amazing comment that I loved. Thank you so much, Jimmy the Penguin. If I disappear this time,
Let me be that.
let me say bye first. Okay. So we're going to try again, screenshot. Yay! We did it. I thank you so much for those lovely comments. I do really appreciate them. Thank you so much for the roses as well. I'm sorry, my husband was talking, so I didn't thank you as they came in. You got us to our target. You are so appreciated. Você não vale nada. I appreciate you guys. I will be back same time tomorrow. He will be probably in the background again. If you want to ask him more questions, and thanks for an amazing live, guys.